Hello everyone. Now coming to the next one, control flow. The type of flow which used for describing the control and how it works for program is nothing but control flow. There are basically three categories in it. The first one is sequence, second one is iterative, third one is selection. Now we shall be seeing one by one for each of the case, starting with the sequence. Sequence control flow, as the name suggests, sequence is nothing but execution of each of the program steps one by one. That means the statements are being executed one by one in sequence, whether it can have a single statement for execution or multiple statement for execution is nothing but the sequence control flow. Now within the sequence control flow we have various things. We have three things. The first one is if, next one is if else, and third one is elif. These are the three statements that are being followed for the case of sequence control flow. Let us see the first one. Now the first one says that's if statement. Now we can see over here you have if, then you whatever is the condition, that condition is being written and it has been given with a colon, then the instruction are followed. Now one thing has to be carefully noted over here, that whenever we are having if statement, the instruction that are being present, it should be within it. That means with the indentation it should be written. That means there should be a tab space being given. When we give a tab space, that means whatever instructions are to be followed, that comes under if. If I write this instruction along with that of if in the same sequence, that means they will not be a part of it, they will be a different statements. Okay, so indentation should be the key point that we should be careful while we write any of these statements, whether it is if, else or elif. Now we'll take a small example wherein we have a is equal to 25. We are assigning a particular number, integer number, that is a is equal to 25, and we are saying that if a is greater than or equal to 18, that is a condition being given. We can say as print person is eligible for vote. Okay, now let us see. I'll just execute and show you. I should go to the Python shell, then next go to the file, open the new file. Over here you need to write your program. First is you are assigning that a is equal to, suppose, some number as 25. Okay, now 25 is being given, then enter. If a is greater than, if a is greater than or equal to 18, this is the condition being given. Then we can say as print command, which says that, let us say as person is eligible for vote. Okay, close this with the quotation. Over here we have given the given a is equal to 25 as value, and we are given if statement, and we say that a is greater than or equal to 18 is a condition, and we are saying that if it is true, then you need to print it. If it is false, it will not print anything, it will be blank only. So after this we'll run the module. Okay, we need to save it. So where I'm saving, I'll save as if. I'll write if because I'm writing as the name as IFF, because already if statement is being saved in my system. If .py, then save. After you save, you are able to see person is eligible for vote. Why it is coming so? Because I have written a is equal to 25. If I go back and write the value of a is not 25, let me write the value of a as some 17. Okay, since it is not eligible, when we run this, when we run the module, save it, it is not showing anything. Only when it is greater than or equal to 18, then the statement will be shown. Okay, or else if you want the second statement to be shown, if this not there the condition, then we have to go for else. Okay, this is only for if condition. The next one is for the case of that was the condition, it was true or false. If it is true, it will execute. If it is false, it is not writing anything. Now coming to the next one, selection control statement. Now in selection control statement, we make use of two things, if else statement. Okay, now what is if else statement? If the condition is true, the following instruction, I'm taking 3 instructions, suppose instruction 1, instruction 2, instruction 3 will be type, else it will take the instruction of the next instruction. Okay, let us do the let us take the example of it. Fine, if we take the same example over here, the a is equal to 25 if a is greater than or equal to 18. This is our condition. If it is it is satisfying, then you should, the answer you will get is the person is eligible for vote, or else the person is not eligible for vote. So let us execute and check. Since this much I have already typed, what I'll do is I'm just continuing with the same one. Else should be written from the start, then you should be given the quotation colon. Next is you need to print it. What you need to print it? There are two conditions for vote. Now let me save this, save as, writing as py. Whenever we are saving the program, we should always write name with .py, then save. It is asking, do you want to replace? Since it already are having, I'm saying yes, replace it. Now then run the program, run the module. Person is eligible for vote. Why it is showing person is eligible? Because a value is 25. Let me write another value. Let me write the value of a as some as 14. Then save the program. Same thing, if save, since it's already existing, you want to replace, yes, then run the module. Now since a is equal to 17, it is saying it is not eligible for vote. Okay, now this was if else statement. Fine, coming to the next one, elif. Now over here you are having, in elif statement you have 3 conditions. If the condition 1 is satisfying, it will take the instruction of that one. Else, then again one more condition is there within the same thing, then it will go to the elif condition. Then even if it is not satisfying, next in the last it will go to else condition. Over here we are having an example is I'm taking one input. This input is the first number, second is the second input, that is second number. I'm taking C as the third input, having the third number. All these numbers are integer numbers, hence I'm writing as int before the input. Okay, now the first is if statement. If a is greater than b and a is greater than c, this is my condition, then print a is greater. Else, elif b is greater than a and b is greater than c, then print b. Else, last thing is print c. That means I am having 2 conditions. One condition, if it is satisfying, then instruction is being given, and again within that I am having one more condition, so that condition is being taken by elif. Okay, if you have suppose 10 instructions, 10 conditions, so each time when you are having so many conditions, so how will be writing it? By using the elif. If elif, and the last thing when you will be coming out of that loop, it is else. Okay, let us see the same program. See, I've already typed this program. Over here a is equal to integer input, enter the first value within the quotation, close the bracket. B is the second value, enter the second value. Okay, enter the second value. Then third is C is input, integer input, enter the third value. Okay, I'm putting the third value. Now I'm putting my condition. If A is greater than B and A is greater than C, this is condition. It will print A is greater than A is greater. If B is greater than A and B is greater than C, then it will print B is greater. Else it will print C. So let us save this. Save as. I'm writing this some name with py. Replace, yes. Now let me run and check. Okay, now when I run this program, it is asking me enter the first value. Let me put the first value is 28. Again enter the second value. I'm just putting the second value as 48. Enter the third value. I'm putting the next value is this. So in these three, which is greater, it will check and give me the answer. So what answer it will say? C is greater. So it is not giving me the particular value, but it is giving me a printed value of C is greater, as I have given the statement wise instruction to it. Okay, this is the example that has been taken from the textbook of our Internet of Things, that is hand-on approach. If statement example it has been written. So first example that they have taken the if as well as else example within it. Okay, so over here you are able to see it is A is equal to 25 into 5. Okay, if A is greater than 10,000, print more, else print less. Now when we make A is equal to 25 into 5, let us execute and check. 25, this is the value that has been assigned. Then the statement, if statement is being given where A is taking the value greater than is 10,000, then enter. Indentation should be kept in mind. Then print, open the brackets, quotation, then write as what they have written, more. Close the quotations, close the bracket, enter. Now they have written else. So else will start from this beginning. So it is enter, print less, quotation, close the bracket. Now I need to run this program, so I have to go as file, save as, then put a name. Let me write as example.py. okay, then save, then run the program, run module. What it is saying? More. Okay, 25 into 5 is the larger value than 10,000, so it is giving us more. Okay, this is the example that has been taken from the textbook. The continuation part of this is if A is greater than 10,000 and if A is less than 10 lakhs. If A is greater than 10,000, that is one condition. If A is less than 10 lakhs, then print between 10k and 100k, else print more than 100k. If A is equal to 10,000, print equal to 10k, else print less than 10k. So how they have given the conditions in this manner. Okay, and whatever is the output, you are able to see the output as more than. With this the if statement is over. In the next thing we shall be seeing for loop. Okay, so we'll just rewind it and have a look what all we have studied. First thing, control flow. As a control flow suggests how the program has to be run in a controlled and a systematic manner, with depending upon the categories that are sequence, iterative and selection. We have seen the sequence control flow, wherein we have if else and elif. If is just a one condition and the instructions follows how many instructions are there, that will come in the sequential manner. We have seen one example. And if else means you have one condition, if that condition is true, it will take that, else it will take the second option. Then we have elif statement. Elif statement is if condition is true, it will take the instruction elif, it will take the second instruction. else it will take the last instruction.